Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I hope everybody had a wonderful evening, morning, all that. It is almost 10 o'clock in the morning in Central Standard Time. My dogs are disgruntled for some reason. Must be thunderstorms coming in today. Buford can usually tell. Buford had back surgery. He had a herniated disc. And so we're very fortunate that Buford's still with us. He was at this time last year, he was actually partially paralyzed. So he went in and had surgery because he's a pretty princess. And good morning. And what the surgery did, I don't know what we're talking about yet. I'm working on it. I do kind of know what we're talking about. Good morning, everybody. What the surgery did was took this 9-year-old basset hound that should be like chill, like super chill, right? And turned him into like a crack fiend. He runs around this house like he is 5 months old. It drives me insane because he keeps the Great Dane moving, and the Great Dane is destructive when he's moving. Have you ever been hit by a full tilt moving running Great Dane? It hurts. Hi, Jude. I hope you're well as well. I almost stumbled on myself. We took the last time we took the dogs to the dog park. Odin come across. He was having fun with some other dog, and he come running across. I mean, balls to the wall, and he ran into me and knocked my kneecap sideways. So the last thing I need is the basset hound keeping the Great Dane moving like that, because also it's aging him. It's aging the Great Dane. Odin, when you see Odin come into camera, he looks like he's 9 and he's only 4. So, he's kind of running himself a short fuse. But Buford, oh my gosh, this dog, I have to carry a squirt bottle and be like, no, because they follow me everywhere. They're like ticks. I love them though. Okay. So, what are we talking about this morning? What do we want to talk about? First, let's see what people want to talk about. Good morning, Renee, Isis, Kim, Cindy, Jazz, Joanna, Anne. Good morning, everybody. Denise, Judy, Tammy. I'm just rolling through. Dennis, you're a trooper, Dennis. You're a trooper. So, last night I was supposed to record a channeling session with Ashtar. And I really, this happens. So we'll talk about this, right? It happens. There are moments when we have things planned and on a spiritual journey. Archangel, you want to talk about archangels? We can do that. That we go, I'm just not. Thank you so much, Jude. That we just don't feel like it. We're not feeling the connection, or we're not feeling energetically strong enough, right? At that moment. Yesterday, I did a lot of work outside. I was cutting down trees. I was leveling yard. I was laying out mulch. I was planting things. I figured out those damn barcodes. I figured out the barcodes. I'm so excited. So every stitch of cards we have are in the store now, and they've all been counted. That's a current count on them. We have over 60 different kinds of cards in the store. I spent a good portion of yesterday morning doing that. Anyhow, so I just last night, when it come time to actually channel with Ellie, first of all, Ellie wasn't feeling good. And she said, could we put this off? And I said, absolutely we can, because I'm not feeling into channeling right now. I was tired. My body hurt. I thought, oh gosh, it's okay. It's all right. Right. This is me. Actually, they're kind of, my guides are kind of throwing little roadblocks down in front of me to say, hey, you're going to learn that your schedule is flexible. You have to be more flexible in your schedule, blah, blah, blah. I'm learning. Solar winds or solar flares, emotions are running really high. How's the Schumann resonancy, everybody? I don't know. I'm not a Schumann resonancy expert. I don't know everything, thankfully. but I hear we do have somebody on here that does know things. Yes, cards, right? Oh, we have the Rebel deck in there now. I want to open one for myself, but I'm not going to use it online. So, I figured out the barcodes, right, Katrina? Oh, it was when I get on something, it's like a dog on a bone. I will figure it out. I will figure it out. It may take me a while, but I don't like to leave things it's probably my husband. No, it isn't. Unresolved. So I figured that out. But so the channeling didn't happen yesterday. What I did get done this morning, though, having a hard time putting you first. It is, I understand that. This morning, I've been up since 7 something because obviously I yelled across the house last night to set an alarm and did whatever it wanted to do and set the alarm for, I don't even know what time. I just trusted it and got out of bed, and it thought, you need to get up earlier than you say. I'm cruising around the house. So I'm like an hour into it, and I look at the clock and I'm like, it's 8 o'clock. What the heck? Kelly Hansen, good morning. So, we got a couple of really cool new decks in. One of them, what was it? It's called Chrysalis. It is so beautiful. So beautiful. I was just sitting going through them last night going, wow. Anyhow. So this morning I sent out a newsletter from the webpage that detailed what kind of art supplies you guys need for Monday's class. I wanted everybody to have the weekend to get your art supplies for class. If you're not in the membership, you can join. Super easy, right? You can go to My Mystical Life. What we're doing on Monday, now Sunday, we have Sam's Care and Feeding of Crystals class, which is going to be a lot of fun. He's going to tell you how to charge your crystals, how to care for your crystals, what crystals can take what and what they can't take. And then, so that's Sunday's class. That'll be a live class. And then Monday's live class is going to be on spirit art. And I see you messaging me, Laura. I'm sorry. So we're going to be talking about spirit art. If you go to if you're in the membership, go to the private group on Facebook or check out the community online, and you'll see the video or the list of what you need for class. Now, if you want to be a member, go to My Mystical Life, join. We're fun people. You can start at $11.11 a month, and you get in on all the live classes. And then that big, beautiful amethyst right here will be given away the first Saturday in June. We're May, right? June, yes. Yes, we just had a birthday. Okay. That'll be given away the first Saturday in June. So if everybody could share one time, that would be wonderful, right? The spirit art, there is no artistic. I've had people asking me this. They're like, I can't draw a stick figure. I'm like, neither can I. There's no artistic talent needed for the class. Okay. No artistic. Hey, Stacy, can you make sure that you've gone to the Facebook group and joined? I meant to message you this morning, and I couldn't remember if I'd seen your name come across there, but the private Facebook group, we need you there, I think. We need all of our members there so we can communicate easily. So make sure that if you want to participate, there is no artistic. It all just falls onto the canvas the way it's supposed to, and spirit shows up. And not only that, but it morphs over time. So what you might have seen one time, might not see the next time, but you might see something totally different. Really, really interesting, a lot of fun. And if I had graphics set up, maybe I can show you what one looks like. I don't know how to do it, but I'm going to try. Logos, overlays. Okay, so I'm going to see if I can show you what one of the photos looks like. I think I have to turn my camera off. So bear with me. Hold on one second. You might still hear me talking. Nope. That didn't do it. It didn't do it. Dang don't understand. Let's try it again. Nope. Oh well. Oh well. I wanted to give an idea of what it actually looks like. And you need to figure out where to put your big quartz tower. They're gorgeous, aren't they? Did you already get it? Did you already get it? You heard coyotes before you started? Turkey gobbling, cool. Coyotes, nay, nay. Nay, nay. Not a fan of coyotes. They're so much bigger than you think they are, right? They're like so much bigger. They're like bigger than German Shepherds. Nay, 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 nay. Ah, it didn't show up. It didn't show up, Isis. It didn't show up. And I don't have, I can pull it up on my phone, but it doesn't, it isn't showing up for some reason. I don't know why. Probably because, tech savvy, not sometimes. Sometimes I'm doing pretty decent. Other times, yeah. Oh, there we go. Photos. I'm going to pull a photo up of it because I do have a photo. Oh, I know that the coyotes, they scare the crap out of me. Okay. This is one piece. Go sideways. Don't do that. Okay. This is one piece. It's kind of like what we're going to do. See if I can get it to show. Now, the bear is not part of what we're teaching, right? It's just not. And then this was, the other bear was one Sam had done, and this was one of mine. So that's what we're going to be doing. You can use any size canvas you want. You can use canvas border. You can use regular canvas. I like to use regular canvas because when I go to hang it, I don't want to have to do anything. I just want to put a nail in the wall and I want to hang it up. So I'll use a regular canvas to do these art pieces. Yes, a pack of coyotes can take down a full-grown horse. I've heard of them taking down other people's horses and baby horses. That's why I'm like, nah, I don't like them in my area. It's bad enough I have to, like Bob Ross, happy trees. No. Can you pour paint, Lisa Fry? I haven't done it. I just haven't done it. You know what? My next craft is going to be wet felting. Right? It's wet felting. But I have things that I want to make. So happy Friday. Happy Friday. If you have not liked, followed, and shared, please do so because we are what this morning? We are a fun people. I do have cards available. Let me see. What should we use? We had people say archangels this morning. So who works with archangels? Let's go there. Who works with archangels? I love painting on the panel so I can create a frame. Do you? I see. I like to just put it on. I like to do it and then hang it. I have several at home that are we going to go over here? Okay. Like those two that you just saw, they're at home. And then I have a large one that my guide said, you need a really great big one. So I went and bought a great big, huge piece of canvas or a big frame. And it's the coolest thing. You see those candle holders where the people are holding their hands in a circle. It's like a family. Well, they said, oh, we're going to do one for family. And I went, okay. And I put a minimal amount of paint on the canvas. And out of all of it came this circle of people holding hands. Coolest thing. And I didn't see it right away. I was like, well, that was a huge canvas. Look what I just did. Nothing. Whatever. It showed up. Okay. Good morning, everybody. You had a dream of a two-headed python. It was yellow and white. And there was a drink. And it was a drink one also. Can't find anything about it. I don't know. We are positive people, right? Whoop, whoop. Okay. So I actually went in and I pulled down my Archangel cards just because that's where we're going to pull our card from today, right? Working with the Archangels is very personal, okay? I discovered this because I was trying to work with the Archangels in a way that everybody else did. And I frustrated myself because of course, we're all unique, right? I couldn't read work with the archangels the same way everybody else did, and I just assumed I would. And that's kind of when I really started to. I didn't realize that I work with one more than any other, right? You don't have to uh, go in and every day and shake hands with every single archangel and be like, hey, what are we doing today? You can have one that you work with so much more than the others that it just becomes pattern that when you start to read, they pop in. I am that way with Metatron. And of course, I've said this before, Metatron is not actually an archangel. He is kind of the ward cleaver of the angels. He makes sure everybody else, the archangels are like, you have an assignment or you have an assignment or whatever, how that goes. But he's also what's considered the voice of God. So there's the divine source, then there's Metatron, then there's the archangels, and then the guardian angels, and then we go down and down and down, right? So give me an idea what archangel you guys think you work with. And I'm going to talk, while you guys are doing that, I'm going to talk to you about how they can come in differently. And you'll feel, because we all have different clairs, right? I love art, but I prefer negative painting. I need a space to feel like a coloring book. I enjoy doing this in my own photography. I was actually thinking of selling my images for negative painting techniques. Now, that's cool, Tanya. That's cool. I got to do that thing today with YouTube. So you'll become a Buddhist monk soon. That is awesome. Saint Germain, Archangel Michael and Saint Germain. I think Michael, he comes in almost like such a powerful force, doesn't he? You like Haniel? I've found that I work with predominantly Metatron, and as secondary, I will work with Ezekiel. So Ezekiel comes in when we have extreme change going on, and we all have tells. So this is why we're going into this today, right? You work with Michael, Uriel, and possibly Metatron. Cryon. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. So when I work with the angels, besides Metatron, now Metatron and we have. I know when Metatron's around. Metatron's like, we're gonna work. Okay. But I have different tells for different angels. Actually, 3. I had 3 tells for 3 angels. So when I first started working a lot intuitively, if I wasn't protecting myself adequately, I didn't realize this was what it was, but now I do. My bottom lip, anytime I would start to do any type of meditation or spiritual work, my bottom lip would start to vibrate. It was the weirdest thing. And I would sit there and go, do I have a nerve issue? I mean, do I have a nerve issue? What's going on here? And I was attending a class, and it was a class on the archangels and channeling archangels. And the teacher was sitting there talking, and he's like, okay, so now I want you to meditate to Archangel Michael. I'm like, okay. So we're sitting there in the class and we're meditating to Archangel Michael, and he's walking us through it. And he says, now I want you to ask him what your tell is. What is your tell? And I will be darned if my lip didn't start to vibrate immediately. And I was like, light bulb, right? So then all of a sudden I began to realize that this was, hey, you've turned on your intuition. If you haven't set enough protections in place, I've got you. I've got you. And I started to walk closer with Michael that day. So I know anytime I get into intuitive work or doing anything spiritual, he's right there. And him and I have this understanding that if I'm going to do something, please make sure I'm taken care of. And it just is a thing, right? So good morning, Heidi. So with Metatron, when I'm working with Metatron, I get this rubbing right here. It's just a sensation, tingling on the top of my nose. and I know that Metatron's there. In addition to the sacred geometry, I might have been talking to him before I woke up or whatever. But right here, I get a lot of sensation from Archangel Metatron. When I'm working with Ezekiel, okay, Ezekiel is about change, and actually a lot of people see him as like the angel of death or whatever, but it's just not that way, right? So when I'm working with him and I know there's a dramatic change coming for myself, for somebody that I'm reading for, my top lip will start to vibrate. Not my lip, but my whole top underneath my nose area here will start to vibrate. I'm very well aware that these are my tells. When we're doing spiritual work, we have tells. Laura Keating says, my tell is visual. I see the prayer card picture of Archangel Michael, right? Clairvoyance. So we all have a different way to communicate with our guides and the archangels. They want to make it as easy as possible for us to understand that they're trying to communicate with us, right? Why would they hand us something and say, nah, I guess, figure it out, try it, and make it an actual quiz? They want to lay something out in front of it. You know, they want to lay something out in front of us that we can associate to them. Most of the times we miss it. Most of the times we ignore the obvious because we were told that we're not exceptional, and we just glass over it. You made it to Friday, score, right? So figuring out what your tells are and what your clairs are really, really knocks you up to the next level. Because then you can go, I understand. And this is where journaling comes in, right? Who journals? This is where journaling comes in. Because with a lot of people, how do we discover the tell? You kind of intuitively decide, this is who I think I'm talking to. You go into meditation, ask them to give you validation and see if that's correct. Or you can get it visually like Laura Keating does. So right now you get tingles in both ears. You journaling. Yeah, journaling is really important. It is a journaler. It is a neural handshake to your guide saying, I'm paying attention. I'm listening. Please give me more. All right. So it's like evidence that you are really serious. So when you do it, you are creating more of a link. But there's several different kinds of journals to have. We talk about this in the Late Bloomers Intuitive Development class. And my guides are pushing me to do another class. And I'm like, but I'm going to be moving. Please. They're pushing me to do another Friday. Am I right? So by the way, you guys, we're going to have a live class tonight. And it's not even class. It's going to be a mashup of what we want to do that's fun. This is within the private membership. So if you guys are in the private membership, go to the Facebook group or the community online, and you'll see the link to the Zoom room class at 7 p.m. tonight. I know, Friday, why not get online? So when we're working with our archangels, ask for validation, but make sure you're writing everything down in a journal, because if you're writing it down, the intuitive brain, who on here feels forgetful? Community night. Yeah, we're just having a community night. Some things fell through. I really wasn't feeling channely. So, it just didn't happen. So we're gonna do our own thing. The Monster Mash. It was a graveyard smash. The Monster Mash. So what did I ask? Oh, forgetful. Shit. Right? Forgetful. You forget that you're forgetful. It really wasn't on purpose. You okay? Disgruntled. Gotcha. I used to think this was a huge deficit for me. I was like, I cannot remember. First of all, listen to my verbiage, right? I cannot remember anything. Am I getting older? We have Alzheimer's and things like that running in our family. And I'm like, maybe I've got a problem. I used to fret about things like this. Squirrel. I don't anymore, because I know that I've signed up for a very healthy, he's singing, very healthy life for this lifetime. But what I discovered was, and this was actually validated through several teachers, Intuitive brains take in information. I hear a ghost moaning. It does sound like I should record him. Oh, that'd be funny at seance night, right? It'd be so funny at seance night, but I'm not going to do that. When intuitive brains start to realize what's going on in life, right? They're becoming more aware. What happens is we take in information and it's not ours. That's when you know you're getting a lot of clairaudience or just information from your guides, because it comes in as a thought pattern. You're like, I'm going to remember that later. Boom, right back out. Right back out. So if you're feeling forgetful, keep in mind that the intuitive brain is wired differently, because we know that we can't hold everybody's information. It comes in and it goes out. On a subconscious level, our brain goes, oh, we're going to dump this. It's not imperative that we remember this today. Did you need that milk from the store? Really? So just keep in mind, it's not so much as forgetfulness as it is a brain dump, that we're just going, okay, we just don't need all of this information. Because if you're not dropping it, you're just not going to remember anything. It's a busy walk in a room. Forget why that. Yeah, right. We do this stuff. That's stuff. Too many things going on. Yeah, too many things on my plate right now to actually do a class. It'll probably come up in July. I'm thinking July, just because we should be moved by then. Sam's going to go walk through a couple houses today, and we will. Hi, Violet. Good morning. We will. Everybody give Violet a good morning. I feel like Violet needs a good morning. Whoop whoop. We'll know what's going on probably later today or this weekend. Exactly. Still trying to pick up another bag of soil. Only been 2 weeks you've been trying to remember, right? Right. I keep having to go back to Stillwater. It was a 35-minute drive just to get there. And I go, I get home. What the hell? List making, y'all. List making. Lori, it's not going to be hard, but I appreciate it. We only have a couple couches and kitchen table. That's all we have. Because this isn't our permanent residence. Our house in Ohio has more stuff there. Oh, and then my woodworking or my metal crafting stuff and stuff like that. But it's not, we're so used to moving. Where are we moving to? Sam is working in Santa Fe, New Mexico. I'm really excited to see why we're ending up in Santa Fe. Every time we move, we end up someplace that we're supposed to be spiritually. And actually this time I feel it's for Sam. So it's we're heading to Santa Fe, and we love New Mexico though. We really, really love New Mexico. I brain dump movies. I may remember a few things, but I'm always asking my husband, have we seen this? Right? I do that too. So I'd be like, we watched that. No, we didn't. Santa Fe, I know it's kind of like the Sedona of New Mexico. Sam's like, the energy here is really, really amazing. I said, I think there's ley lines there. And New Mexico is beautiful. We lived by Gallup for a while. We're going to be very close to Albuquerque. I'm just really excited to get there, just because I don't know what I can do. I could do something. Okay, so let's get back to the archangels. Look at that. I remember that. You've never been to New Mexico. It really is truly, truly beautiful. It really is. Tons of ley lines in I thought so. We have huge, somewhere in New Mexico, Albuquerque. Albuquerque is the balloon festival. It also has the the largest Native American powwow in the nation, in Albuquerque, once a year. Yeah. I think it is a vortex of some kind. I have to look into it a little bit more. I haven't really done a lot of digging yet into what to find in Santa Fe. And I usually do that before we move someplace, but he's already there. I'll figure it out. So the other way my archangels, and this is, I understand. Thank you. I'm like, why are we talking about being forgetful? You lived in the Four Corners area for over a decade. I love the Four Corners area. Shiprock and all that is up that way. Love it. We went up that way. Is Chaco Canyon close to that? I know we went up to Chaco Canyon, which has this whole incredible story with it individually. But we actually lived in Grants. We lived in Grants. Heidi, I'm telling you, out west is amazing. The Carlsbad Caverns. Really, really amazing area, you guys. And we'll probably do something out there just because it is so amazing. You need to take Brad out west besides Hawaii. I'm going to talk to Trina and I'm going to see when we can set up it won't be this year, obviously, maybe not even next year, but we're going to set up a Hawaiian retreat. And I'm super serious. Super serious talking to Katya. Her and I were talking. I can't make it out there with her husband this year, but next year, I'm hoping to make it. We're talking about doing. Get this. Wait a minute. I put my coffee down. Talking about doing a luxury retreat in Salto, Italy. So that'd be cool, right? I actually have put weight back on, but thank you, Brenda. It's because I'm working outside. I'm doing a lot of physical labor. I think I'm moving stuff around. And this is my good morning. Look in the morning. This is my good. I didn't even I put some eyeliner on and went, there we go. There we go. Okay. You were in Colorado. Okay. Anything with luxury and you're in. It really, oh yeah, I'm sure the airfare to Hawaii is really affordable right now. I'm all in on that. Anyways, back to archangels and forgetfulness. So my archangels, when I'm working with them, they understand my intuitive brain, where it comes in and it goes out. Right? So they go, we don't expect Lisa, because I can read something or experience something, and it really does. It flows in and it flows out. Instead of, now every once in a while, they'll throw me a name. They'll throw me a bone and give me a name. But most of the time when I'm working with archangels and I'm working with somebody and I'm doing a reading for somebody, I want to go to Mesa Verde. We want to go to Arches this year. That's one of our things, Violet, is we're going to go to Arches out that way. But Mesa Verde, we didn't make it there. But we will, because I can't wait to get back out there. Focus. Focus. You see what I'm talking about? My guides are so patient. So when we're doing a reading for somebody and I don't remember a name or what this angel does or what that angel does, all of their attributes, they'll give me a color. And I may not even be able to associate the color to the angel, right? But I can say, I know you're working with an archangel because I will see wings. I'll see great, big, huge, beautiful wings. And then I'll see a color. And this is their way of saying, we understand how your brain works. Let us help you figure this out. So I will actually I know you're working with an archangel, and here's the color that they're associated with. Please go look them up. I have no problem telling people I don't get the whole message. I didn't start doing this till I was 38. I'm not perfect. I don't want to be perfect. You know, when we're perfect, we know it all. That just does not happen on this side. Anybody that tells you they are a master of anything on this side of life between lives is working very hard to do their very best in this lifetime, right? You like that? So there are no masters on this side. None of us know it all. And we do the best we can, especially when it comes to reading. Don't blow smoke up someone's ass if you don't know an answer. Be like, okay, this is what I get. This is what I'm going to give you. Because if you go, gosh, I believe this is so-and-so and so-and-so because I know that it's an archangel, but I don't know who it is. Yeah, right, Dana? If they want to give me colors and let me know that with the wing reference that it's an archangel, then I can give that information, then they can go look that up, because sometimes the very best spiritual information is going to be something you read personally because you may remember it better, right? I've been holding these for a while. I also get colors and wings from archangels. I tend to work with my animal guides more. Yep. Not recognizing archangels are communicating. Light bulb, right, Jamie? Or light bulb. They will get across the best way they can. Absolutely. Okay, so I'm going to pull a card. Good morning. Can you believe I've only been on 35 minutes? Holy crap, my mouth has been moving the whole time. We are all growing. We are all growing. We are all learning. We will always have something to learn till the day we pass. We will. I have a messenger, Klaus. He's my retriever. I can't see what approaches me. I just know I feel colors and get descriptions, but I rarely ever ask for name. Right? I probably should do that more. Only one I see is Titan I work with regularly. You know, I don't even ask for names anymore either. I just don't, because they'll go, I'll give you a name, not my name, but a name. And I'm like, don't bother them. Don't bother. They show me the craziest things, and loved ones come through of others a lot. My people love it. I love it. Yes, they will get it across. They get it across however they can. You met some new angels this week. They've always been there. Just step forward. And gosh, you guys, if we knew how many guides were standing and angels and animal totems and possibly elementals or whatever standing around us at any given time, what would we be? What would we be? Claustrophobic. Claustrophobic. Absolutely. Wow, you recently got Archangel Sophia, which is cool, and Jacob, Jesus' brother. We did an Akashic record reading, and this, for whatever reason, because normally when I give a reading, it just comes in and goes out right like that. And I don't remember who we were reading for, but it was somebody that had actually been in the bathroom too. They don't care where they come. They had actually been situated in the life of Jesus, which I thought was impressive to start with, but he had kind of like been a relation to him, not a family relation, but he just knew him and he worked in the same community. And later on in his life, he got really, really sick. I don't know why this particular lifetime is sticking with me, but later on in that life, he needed healing, and Jesus came up and healed him, right? It was the most amazing thing. Just as long as they aren't standing there when I shower. I don't think they care. Animals, elementals. Yeah, I'm real big on animal totems. I'm a shaman. So it was one of the very first things that come across very clearly because they're very pure energies. And a card. I could just pull a card right out of there. Okay. So, well, I like a name because I really don't want to disrespect an energy with a hey you. You know, Vedra, I don't even pay attention. Usually they just present themselves as energy. So I don't know. They just present themselves. It's just when I first started and they said, well, I'll give you a name. I just went, never mind. And I didn't ask after that. So I did pull a card. Wow, that's really, really beautiful. It says this is a tarot, kind of a mashup between oracle and tarot. But I think that this card really stands for put it out there and it comes back. It is about using your money wisely. Don't be too frivolous with it. Don't go, throw it all at the casino. I don't think that's what they're talking about. They're talking about more along the lines of wealth is not being so much monetary, but as it being more of a as a person, as a presence, as an energy. And if money comes with it, then money comes with it. But if you're giving money out, it's going to come back. You give good things out, good things come back. The same goes with energy. Put energy out there, and the good comes back. So all of those things are very relevant in this card. I'm really, really drawn to those wings. I'm really drawn to those wings with the colors and the bounty and the beautifulness that goes with those wings, and how you just know that those wings are going to carry this person very truly to where they need to be, with a lot of truth, a lot of knowledge, and a lot of positive energy. So put it out there as a positive thing, and it comes back in a positive manner. I'm nosy. Notice that? I'm nosy. I'm like Gladys. Who's outside the window? No, I'm not. I'm just making sure they're taking the trash. Okay. And with that, you guys, I am out. I'm going to go put some more stuff in I'm not doing anything outside today. I'm giving myself some grace. Might work in the pool a little bit, but other than that, there we go. I'm getting the yard ready. We're going to have a Memorial Weekend barbecue. So I'm trying to, you got the reference though, right, Dolores? You got the reference. Oh my gosh. So if you're in the membership, there will be a live chat, mashup, whatever the heck we want to do tonight. We might have some readings going on. If you're a reader, you may read within tonight's practice as well, or mash up what we're doing. If you're in the membership, great. If you're not in the private group and you're in the membership, please make sure you go check the welcome email that came in your messages. And it gives you all the instructions. So everybody have a great afternoon. And I know, right? I know what Gladys. All right, everybody. Have a great afternoon. I had fun. I'm going to go do some work now. So I will talk